miembros de Spiritual Cryptid Encounters. Good evening, members of Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. How's everybody doing this evening? For those who follow here on YouTube, Facebook, or TikTok short reels, how's everybody doing this evening? Or should I say early in the morning? Hope everybody's doing great. Yesterday I didn't do a late night feed because I was a little bit tired, but I had done one during the day. Um, so I wanted to share with y'all a story that before a story dealing with my barbershop they shared with me today because they know about what I've been through spiritually. They know about the show of that I've done for this wood is on it season 3 episode 2. Something is out there. So they were there for me when as support when I did that episode, and they were telling me they were going through some things spiritually, and that they needed some spiritual advice. And I was talking to them, trying to find out what was going on with them. She's a female, and she has 2 daughters. I hope everybody's doing great. Well, she had bought a house. Well, she had been in a house here in Temple, Texas, uh, and she said that there was a lot of activity at her home. She said that she spoke to somebody that she believed that where they built, there's a lot of houses in our neighborhood that used to be native Indian burial ground. She said that one time she was doing, I believe she was Zoom with her mother, and she was doing the Zoom with her mother. That her mother said, "Who's that behind you?" That she's seen a dark shadow figure standing behind her. Uh, in saying that, she has the experience all the when she lived there because she moved. She would always see these 2 shadow figures roaming around in her home. Her daughter would see them in the closet, and certain things were happening to her, especially at nighttime, uh, where she had like a sleep paralysis, where she was saying that somebody was pulling her from the legs. She was waking up from with scratches on her body, bite marks. Uh, Sometimes she had like what do you call them? Like bumps all over her body. I remember the term she used, but they would just form all over her body and her arms. And she felt that she was being spiritually attacked at nighttime. And I told her that if she was having sleep paralysis and she was feeling a certain way like that, that she was being targeted by a succubus and an incubus because that's what they do. That's how they target at nighttime. And I told her that if she lived there, that I could go and bless her home and get rid of the negative energies that were in the home. Everything that she was saying seems similar to me of what's happening to where I live. But she lives in a different town than I live. But most of Central Texas used to be native land in which there is a lot of uh, native Indian burial grounds where people they're not even marked. You know, I know on Fort Hood for a fact there's like a mountain range out there where we're not allowed to go up there because it's Indian burial ground. So they even got MPs guarding that area because it's native Indian burial ground. I don't know what's up there because we wasn't allowed, but it's a certain area up there on the in between the ranges that we're not allowed. But I was talking to her. I told her that I was going to bless her with a bracelet to be able to protect her. For those who know about the protection that you how you doing, Ryan? That you can place upon yourself to protect you as you sleep. There's certain minerals that can protect you because of the energy that they have. Uh, I'll show you what I got on me right now. I got this little mineral here around me, but I keep a selenite and a black tourmaline, raw piece of black tourmaline around my neck always. When I come make the videos here at nighttime, sometimes it surface up the shadow figures that be moving around. But I got my protection on, of course. I always pray before I do a live. Uh, some of like this bracelet that I got here, I'll show it with y'all to y'all. Let me see if I can get a better look at it. This bracelet here is a black black obsidian, black silver obsidian. So that can protect you from those kind of from the succubus and incubus. The selenite that I showed you, the white one, and the black tourmaline will protect you from the succubus and incubus as you go to sleep. I would suggest if you can get a raw piece of selenite or black tourmaline, you can put it on your window sills in your room, in your bedroom, or you can put it by your nightstand. But me personally, I have them on my window sills, so nothing will be able to enter through your window. Uh, Another good thing to do is place heavenly crosses on the doors and windows all through your home, any passageway. As you cleanse your home, you can use holy water or you can use something pure like olive oil, garlic, uh, and you pray for if there's anything unclean in your home to leave. You have to take authority over it. But that's what you do, brothers and sisters. You can't let that mess with you in your dreams. You got to protect your home. You got to take that extra measure to protect your foundation. And of course your personal foundation, because that's what they do. She was saying that she was like, the word I was looking for was hives. She was waking up with hives, and I've witnessed this before, where a red giant orb, was chasing this investigator out of the woods one time. And when she fell down and we went to go pick her up, she had hives all over her body. So to me, her energy got drained, and side effect of it was the hives. She said she was waking up with hives. So to me, I believe that the succubus and incubus were draining her energy. But I told her exactly what to do. She said she moved out of there. She sold the home, but she noticed that that home doesn't have, like, the people that bought it. They sold it. It's like she keeps an eye on it, right? It's like they have different people living in the home, like every month. Like people leave because of the activity that's happening in there, and that's her old home where she used to live. That she's afraid. She has to take medications now because she's afraid to go to sleep at night because of the activity that was happening. But the succubus and incubus, or should I say the incubus, because incubus is what comes for the females, but there's always a succubus with it. They always travel together. So I believe, I told her that she protected the other home because sometimes it can attach and it can follow her. But I told her that I was going to bless her with some extra protection. See, let me see some of these comments. Yes, black tourmaline is very good. There's so many different ones that can protect you. Yeah, I was born Catholic, Roman Catholic. I just stopped going to the church because I went for help one time, and the priest told me, "What do you how do you how do you expect me to answer the questions that you're asking me? This is just a regular job for me." He said, "There's a 9 to 5 job for me." So ever since then, I kind of distant away from the church. So I do believe in Jesus Christ, but that's what he told me when I was fighting spiritually for my life, where I was fighting demonic forces, he couldn't help me. So since he couldn't help me, then I stopped going to the church. You know, and I still maintain my relationship with Jesus Christ. How you doing, Sister Felicia? Yeah, that's one of the reasons. Well, that and well, when I was being attacked, the demons that were trying to attack me, they were surfacing up in the church, in the Catholic church. I went for a. I went when I want to go. I tried one more time just to to maintain my faith, stay loyal to the church and stuff. But I've seen a lot of demon activity where there's unclean spirits. You know, I have the gift of seeing, so I was seeing this disembodied spirits floating in the air, and like in they were like in a light dark shadow form, and they would jump into people. So when the priest was talking, they'll jump into somebody, and the man will cough, and then it'll fly and jump into somebody else. You could hear a baby cry. You know, the last day that I went there, there was this lady sitting beside me. The guy in front of me was moving like a snake. So it's kind of like they were interrupting the sermon. The female that was across on the other bench, she was looking at me. She was laughing. Looked like she was. She reminded me of the Exorcist. You could tell. I could tell she had a demon in her. So I just ignored and I started praying my own prayer because I couldn't listen to what the priest was saying because there was so much uh, demonic activity around me. So I prayed the Our Father. I just prayed, did my own prayer. I knelt down and the mass finished and everybody took off. And I remember there was this lady there, and I could see the spirit of a man beside her. So I figured it was her husband. She was crying and he was trying to tell her something. So I went up to her and I told her, "Hey, ma'am, I just want you to know that your husband's okay, that he's with you in spirit." And she freaked out. How do you know this? I said, "Because he's right here by you right now." And she started crying and she said, "Thank you, thank you, Jesus, for sending somebody to give me the answer I've been seeking for." So I left the church and so I left the church. I was driving home and there was this Camaro that cut me off the road. And when I looked at the driver was the lady that was possessed, that was laughing all crazy in the middle of the church, and she had, you could tell she had that attachment on her, when she run me off the road, and she was laughing. So I said to myself, you know what? So I'm just gonna have to soul search and have my personal relationship with Jesus Christ to fight the spiritual warfare. Because the priest is not helping, is not giving me any kind of words of wisdom. I believe that's what they're there for. You figure somebody that's wearing some kind of cloth that they're supposed to, they take an oath or that serve Jesus Christ. But when he told me that, it's kind of like it just threw me off. Like, man, this is supposed to be a man of God. Man, you might never know. It could have been the demonic forces that might have got into him to say that to me just to stop me to going to church. But regardless, I had to do my own thing, soul search, in which I started doing the spiritual works, where I know I'm spiritually gifted. So what I would do is help out a lot of people that have negative attachments. I will go clean homes where uh, unclean spirits were running havoc on the members of the family, where members of the families were being attacked at nighttime. So I've been doing a lot of those works all my life, which I go cleanse the homes and get rid of the negative attachments that are in the homes. That's why I talk about what my barber was telling me. She said she still fears for her life till this day. That The doctor got her taking some pills that are pretty strong to help her sleep right now. She says that I could see a change in her where the medicine is affecting her so bad that she has to write down everything in a piece of paper. I told her, well, take half a dosage, but if you need to, so I can help you get rid of the succubus incubus that's affecting you, and I can bless you with with a bracelet or a pendant or something, right? To so you can be able to sleep well at night. So you have to take that the medicine that's going to make you groggy. That's why a lot of people don't understand that it's kind of like this. So when people go to drinking, right? You can't drink your sorrows away. You can drink your problems away because I mean you can get drunk, but when you sober up and you wake up, your problems are still going to be there, right? Well, in saying that, spiritually, that's why you have to take spiritual matters and fight them with in the spiritual way how they're supposed to be fought. Everything done spiritually. Thank you, Al. So that's what she was telling me. Sharing that with me. I know everybody that seen my show or that episode know what was happened to me in Elms Grove, but they started seeing things, and many other people because they started seeing things because of the land, like they surface up. That's one thing about the I guess native Indian spirits. They're very territorial. So they surface up in many forms, whether it's in shadow form. Sometimes there's a manifest to look like an animal. When you hear about skinwalkers and shapeshifters, or they can look beastly. I want to send a shout out to Paranormal Round Table. They reached 35,000 subscribers. I did a show with Brother Josh Turner, and the crew from Paranormal Table. They reached 35,000 subscribers. Uh, if you're not subscribed to them, you should check them out. They're pretty good. Pretty good. They they put a lot of work into what they do. I just finished doing a podcast with them. Uh, it's talking about attachments. Like people say, okay, how does a demonic entity or how do they attach themselves to people? Well, one of the favorite places that they like to attach, succubus and incubus do the same thing. As you can see, sometimes when I do the videos, that I feel a certain pain somewhere. You notice that where I'm feeling this pain because if you notice when I do videos, that sometimes I'm favoring like my neck area. Well, that's one of the places they like to attack or attach themselves to is your neck area. When I've done my investigations out in the woods during the day, that's where they try to how should I say assault me, like grab me from the neck area and try to throw me down, even though they're in spirit form, or I can feel like a lot of weight on my shoulders, like there's something heavy on me, where, or maybe it's more than one. So I have to, as I'm feeling this weight, I say, I rebuke in the name of Jesus Christ. When I say that, the weight goes off of me. But that's where they like to attach themselves, is on the neck area. The reason they're attached in the neck area is because they want to stop your spiritual gift of discernment. Um, the your sight, your hearing, your smelling, your mouth. If they can control this, it's kind of like they try to control your body in that manner. But you can feel pain when and you have a negative attachment like that. So what you do is, I would suggest when you go take a bath, you pray to Jesus Christ to bless the water to see if there's any negative attachments on you. You take authority over it. You say, I tie bind and rebuke you in Jesus Christ's name to leave. Succubus the incubus, when you're in the state of the sleep paralysis, sometimes you might see something in the distance, right? Like a dark shadow figure, or what they call the sea witch, which is a succubus, right? You can see her in the distance, but to your, if you can train your spirit in your dream to look to your right and to your left when you're laying down, there might be another one right beside you, attached to you. And if you can train your spirit that when you see it to say, I tie bind and rebuke in Jesus Christ's name spiritually, then you've overcome that attachment that's on you, or the one that's in the distance. You know, you've overcome them. Or when you wake up from sleep paralysis, get on your knees and pray against it. Say, I tie bind and rebuke in Jesus Christ's name. You're not allowed in my house. You're not allowed around me or my family. Leave. You have to take authority over it, because it's those that do not know that that you have to take the measures. Sometimes people forget, because when they wake up scared from what they just went through. Where sometimes it's like I said, it feels like maybe somebody's pulling their legs. It feels like somebody's pulling the arm, or that they're scratching them. They're biting them, or sometimes it feels like their energy is strained. But you that's when you fight spiritually. You get on your knees and you take authority over it and tell it to leave. Uh, the reason it does that in sleep paralysis is for the fear factor. If you're afraid in your dream, and when you wake up you're afraid, well, then there's a spiritual opening to use this to attach itself even stronger on you. So that's when you have to be brave. You have to play Jesus Christ first. And when you pray against it, you pray through Jesus Christ. Place Him first, and you'll get rid of the succubus or incubus that's causing you havoc. Because I've been there. I've been there. Where you can see the room. You can see like it's realistic, and it's like you can see something. You could hear a noise of something, but you can't move. And it's like showing you the same picture over and over. And then you might see a little quick movement of something, and you're like, "Oh, that's the succubus. That's the incubus." So you try to wake up, and you think you're awake, but then you're still in the dream, and you go over and over and over like that till you finally wake up. And a lot of people forget to go into prayer when they wake up, take authority over it, because it can be an overwhelming fear factor when, especially when you think you're awoke from the dream, and it happens to you like 10 or 20 times that way, and you finally wake up. So when you wake up, you're already exhausted. What you don't know is that when you're dreaming that much, that they're working you over spiritually, they're draining your energy, because your body is left alone, and you're trapped in the dream state. So when you're fighting spiritually in your dream, your body is being drained of its energy by the succubus and incubus. I've seen how the succubus looks, just like they say, like a lady, but I've seen her hovering over me, parallel to me. She had her mouth open, and she was draining my spirit, my energy of my spirit, of my body. When I opened my eyes, I seen her, and she had her mouth open, and I said, I tie bind and rebuke in Jesus Christ's name. When I said that, her eyes went real big and she went into little particles. When that happened, I got on my knees, started praying, and I could hear the succubus and either another incubus with her. They were chanting outside my home. So I prayed against them. And I took authority over and told them there wasn't welcome inside my home. Yeah, and sometimes you start seeing them before even you have sleep paralysis or you have you go into sleepwalking. S- I would notice certain things around my home when they're trying to come into your home. You start hearing things outside your home, especially at nighttime because that's when they operate. So you might hear, a tapping, three taps. You're like, oh, it's nothing. Following day, you hear three knocks. You're like, oh, it's nothing. Then on the the other next day you'll hear like boom, 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 in the same spot, by the window or whatever, right? So it's kind of like it grew, right? Because you're believing you were believing that something was making that noise, something was making the knock, something was making the banging sound, but you're forgetting not to take authority over it. You're forgetting to say, uh, if you were to say right off the bat when you hear the knock, the tapping sound, say, uh, "You're not welcome in my home. I tie bound rebuke in Jesus Christ's name." Then everything else stops. But sometimes we're too busy in life, and or we might be going through something, right? That we forget. So the next thing you're not hearing the knockings no more, but you start seeing things inside your home, right? A little bit of movement in the kitchen, a little bit of movement in the rooms, or you go in and you see like a black shadow, and you're like, oh, it's just my imagination. It's just the lighting here. Uh, but then when you go to sleep, you start having all this sleep paralysis dreams where you're seeing these figures in your dreams. You get it trapped there. You're waking up with unexplainable scratches, unexplainable bite marks. You know, because that's what they do. That's how they attack. Uh, you can't be afraid. You can give it power through belief or fear. You have to fight against it spiritually. Yeah, like if I were to be in Elms Grove right now, and if y'all will be there with me in Elms Grove, they'll be roaming around right now. This time frame, since we're talking about native burial ground, all these dark shadow figures will be roaming around throughout the park. And if they see that you have a spiritual opening, they'll make the presence known to you. Like they'll literally be right in front of you, and you can see them. And sometimes they come in numbers. There'll be like three or four, And one thing about them that I found out is that they know when somebody has a spiritual opening, or like unforgiveness, or hatred, or vengeance. I witnessed that with this female I had fixed her flat, and she gave me a ride home. I was shooting pool, and when she dropped me off, as soon as we got there, not even a minute, it's kind of like she seen something behind the vehicle, and she said it's something in front. So it's kind of like they has her car surrounded. So I got off, and I went into prayer. I had told her to pray, and she backed off and took off. When she left, they all were chasing her, right? So I just kept on praying. Um, she gave me a call saying that when she was trying to go onto the highway, that one came from out of the woods and literally make contact with the vehicle and try to make her go into a ditch. So she was scared, and I asked her a question. I said, "I've seen him here. I see him all the time, but I've never seen him go like that at anybody." I said, "Do you have a spiritual opening of some sort?" And she said, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Well, for some reason they targeted you and went after you." I said, "Do you hate somebody or have some kind of vengeance?" And she said, "Yes." She said, "I hate my ex-husband." So I believe that was a spiritual opening they used to go after her. Listen to me, guys. They know. They know if somebody has a spiritual opening. So if anybody here that's viewing right now, that you might be going through something spiritual that you don't understand, uh, it uses uh, fear. And if somebody has hatred, vengeance, unforgiveness towards somebody, that's how they operate. It's like they have an opening to attack the host. Uh, Whether it's shadow figures or the succubus or incubus, that's how they attack a body or a vessel. There's sure some trolls coming out tonight because you can never stop the trolls. But yes, native Indian burial grounds, uh, they're very territorial. So if you have a lot of activity, like I said, they're territorial of their land. They'll manifest to look like this tall shadow figures. Some of their manifestations are very tall, where they could be 9 foot, 10 foot tall, and you see this tall figures moving. Uh, like where I used to live, there was a park in the mobile home park. It was a park, so I could see there was lights in the park, and I could see them moving in the park. Yes, sleep paralysis. Somebody said the Earth is flat. Is it as flat as your forehead, Mr. Dose? Orbs. I've seen all kinds of orbs. Red orbs, light blue orbs, some like orange orbs, and I've seen something like dark orbs. The red orbs are demonic. I can tell you that right now. So if you see like a red orb during the night, I would suggest stay away from it or go into prayer. Say the Our Father or tie bind and rebuke in Jesus Christ's name, so it won't be able to get close to you because they're demonic in nature and they will attack and drain your energy. Yeah, send the other troll away. But the light blue orbs are angelic. There's also a golden orange, but the light blue orbs, when they manifest, they come from the heavens. Uh, I was in a situation where I was walking one evening, late at night, like around this time frame, and two giant red orbs. They had to be like 7 to 8 foot tall, but they were big orbs. They were coming at me from two different directions. So I prayed to Jesus Christ to send His heavenly angels to protect me. When I prayed for that, I seen two light blue orbs that came from the sky, and they went straight towards them like super fast, and they collided with the demonic orbs. When they collided with the red orbs just dispersed in little pieces, and then the light blue orbs went back into heaven. That's how great the power of Jesus Christ is. So if it all fails and you're in a situation where you don't understand what you're witnessing or what you're going through, call upon Jesus Christ. He will come and help you. Trust me. You know, I was out there like three something in the morning when that happened to me. These two big old giant red things just appeared in the middle of the street. Well, one was coming from the land, and the other one was in the middle of the street, and they were coming straight towards me. You know, I was looking at them. They were like coming towards me, like they were going to attack me. That's when I call upon Jesus Christ to send His heavenly angels, and they came out of nowhere from the sky, and they collided with them. And the big red orb. I'm not even going to say it was an orb because as big as it was, all I'm going to say it seemed like either a giant red orb or a portal of some sort, or something that was in the form of an orb, but it was huge. And the light blue ones that came from the sky collided against them, and they dispersed in little particles. That's when I felt I was safe, and I decided to go back home instead of walking because I was exercising. So when that happened, that was my cue to go home. It's like, um, it's like no, it's like God, like took care of whatever was coming after me. Then I went home. You know, I did the sign of the cross, and I went home. Yeah. So going back to 3 a.m. when you hear the three tappings, the three knocks, it's basically the demons making fun of the Trinity, right? Holy Spirit, the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. They mock the Trinity. The demons do. That's why they make the three tappings, three. Also, when people get scratched, you see three scratches on them, right? That's how that's what they're letting you know who they are, right? By the three tappings, the three knockings, the three bangings, the three scratches, three bite marks, three bruises, three hickey like. That's how they're letting you know what they are, who they are. Yeah, trust me, man. There's there's a lot of pretenders uh, out there that they say verses out of the Bible, but they truly don't have faith in Jesus Christ. Like those people, if they would say a verse out of the Bible to something like what I encountered, they would get attacked because uh, they're just saying verses out of the Bible with no faith and no belief in Jesus Christ. So they would get attacked. Or possibly bonded by now, because you got to have a faith and believe in Jesus Christ in order for Him to listen to your prayers and to assist you. But at the same time, you got to do the good works, right? Spiritual, be spirit, try to help out people spiritually and stuff like that. I mean, he's not gonna forsake you, but if you're doing things that are not good and are bad, then you're kind of forsaking yourself, because uh, those could be spiritual openings that they have authority over you, right? Because you're allowing it. You don't know that you're allowing it, but that's why they come in bond. I doing through shadows. Yeah, sometimes you hear seance, like somebody saying something in a different language, like some kind of seance and stuff like that. Chanting. It's because around this time frame, there's other people that are worshiping what they believe in, right? So your spirit might be able to sense or hear things like that. But that's how those how should I say unclean spirits, or what I call the DDN manifest. They like to throw you off because they can mimic voices, they can mimic prayer, can mimic chants, different languages, different animals. That's what they do, and that's how they draw you in. By making a sound. Like for example, mimic a voice of a child at 3 in the morning in the woods. You could be walking around on the street. For example, you hear somebody, a child or a girl or a boy yelling for help. That's how they lure you in, right? Because they can mimic. So, so what you do is you do the sign of the cross, and when you hear something, tell it to identify itself through spiritual law, right? It's got to identify itself to you. So if you don't hear the child no more, and you hear maybe someone laughing, then you know right there and then that it's something demonic in nature. So you're not gonna go into the woods because that's what it wants you to do, right? It used to happen to me all the time, for the longest. 3 in the morning hits, hear little kids laughing, like they're playing around my home, and they're like, "There's no way, there's no kids playing outside at 3 in the morning." But they do that because they want to lure you out of your house. If you have your house blessed and you're protected spiritually, it wants to lure you outside. You know, there goes another troll. The same trolls that have been trolling me for about a week. They keep on surfacing up. Just change up their names. I don't know about the YouTube shorts. I'm just doing it live. Or whoever comes here and joins, I just talk freely, straight up, without all the lights and all the things that the certain people that have their channels with all kinds of things, so you can donate money to them. I ain't saying no names, but there's a lot of people like that, especially from Oklahoma. That's all they do is beg for money. That's all they do. They have no contact. They have no wisdom and knowledge about nothing. They don't share nothing to people because the only thing they want is It's people to share to them, give them money. They just want money. Bums. They're bums. They're bums, and most likely to do it for the crack. That's what they're about. And the reason I'm talking about these people from OKC because they're here right now with the fake profiles. It's kind of like you ever seen the movie The Wrong Turn or Misery? It's kind of like they're all related, like the the brother, the sister, the husband and wife, something in nature. And I got rid of them. Yeah, they don't want to work, man. They don't want to work, but like in the background, I'm just talking to you straight up here from my backyard. In the background, it'll say the name of the son. They want donations, using them as a ploy for money or a plot for money. When the son is safely home with his mother, you know, yeah, crazy. Then crackheads from OKC, they want the quick money. They want to make the quick 20 so they can go get their high. I think the first time the only video that I seen of that person was him literally throwing a rock. He's caught it on the he literally throw a rock, and the rock hits the ground, and he's like, "Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? I think it's a Bigfoot." And then he's like, "Don't forget to donate." He's like, he threw a rock so people could think that it was a Bigfoot, and then he's asking for donations. And it crazy. The name of that group is called AI. I wouldn't subscribe, man. It's kind of like you, like a panhandler, or a bum. That's all they do. I don't ask no donations for nobody. I just share my stories for whoever wants to listen and share my wisdom and knowledge. The Lord blesses me to have what I have, and I like blessing people, the ones that truly need help. I help a lot of people, like a lot of homeless, or just complete strangers that I see that they're struggling. I bless them. But those other guys, the ones from OKC, they're bums. I had him here the other night. He came over here with his regular name, in spite of him being trolling me with his fake profile account, just like he was trolling me right now. That's why I'm bringing him up. OKC bums. There she is. I guess that's probably the sister Lulu. They're always hiring them for who, Lulu? You know what? The job I told you last time I could find you a job before Hood, or it's for Cavazos now. I could get you a job over there. But that's his sister right there, or that's probably him pretending to be his sister. He probably got a dress on right now. So I said, okay, I'm gonna do my lives at nighttime, late at night. So like that, but whoever's here listening, the night owls or people that might be going through something spiritually, they can listen to what I have to say, that it can help them. But they decide to come and attack my post. Yeah. If you look at them, man, you ever seen Shrek? Y'all ever seen Shrek? Well, the brother looks like Shrek, and the sister looks like Fiona. They're from OKC. You give them $1? Yeah, man. Man, check it out. Since they're here coming in with a fake profile, I'm going to talk about it now. I already talked spiritually a little bit. There was one evening that I said, okay, this guy's been it told me for a year and a half with fake accounts. Well, let me see what his channel is about. I said I'm gonna tune in. I'm gonna subscribe, and I'm gonna tune in just to see what his channel is about. So I'm looking at the channel, right, and he's in his truck, and his sister wife is in the truck with him. He gets off, and you can see him standing over there, and she's like, I think I see something running on the road right beside him, right? You know what it was? I slowed down the video to look. What it was a roach on the windshield of their truck. That it seemed like there was something running on the road, but it was a roach that was running inside the windshield. Oh, these people are some dirty people, man. When you have roaches in your truck, I can understand maybe roaches in your house, but when you have roaches in your truck, no, that's bad, man. That means that you have trash in your vehicle. And the way it moved and the way it went up, she's like, look, it's climbing the tree. No, it's climbing your windshield. A freaking roach. And they're like, oh, it's a booger. They're like, it's a booger. I said, no, it's a big ass roach. It's climbing. I was like, oh my God, that was so funny. It's moving like this, and then it's going up the windshield, and they're saying, oh, it's climbing the tree. The booger's climbing the tree. No, it's the big ass roach climbing your windshield. And after that, man, I was like, screw this. This people, they're a joke, you know. Because it's like 3D, right? You're inside your vehicle. She was recording from inside the truck, right? Shrek was standing on by the tree over there. Fiona was inside the truck recording through you got the windshield in front of you. So she recording from inside the truck. The roach goes on the windshield. Seems like it's running on the street, then goes up the windshield. She said, "There's a booger. That's a booger by my brother." I said, "No, it's a big ass roach in your truck." Yeah, it's like the one that threw me off. I was like, you know what? This is crazy. I try to watch, man. It's maybe they're I used to watch Hee Haw when I was growing up. Hee Haw was funny. I'm an older guy. I used to like watching Hee Haw, but this guy's man. Hee Haw was a comedy skit, but these people they're trying to make something out of nothing. Next thing you know, they're going to be talking about the roach booger. It's a roach Bigfoot walking around in Oklahoma. So nah, clean your freaking house, man. You get rid of the roaches. Roaches is like pestilence. But yeah, this guy literally threw a rock on the ground, pretending that there was a Bigfoot nearby. I mean, you could, if you were to rewind that video, you could see him pull the rock out of his pocket and throw it. You know. But he's supposed to be a Christian guy. I read me the King James Version Bible. I grabbed the rattlesnakes and scared the demons out of the rattlesnakes. Yeah, man, it's crazy, you know. Yeah, that- I got nothing. Just to let you know, the reason I'm bringing Hee Haw, I used to watch the Beverly Hillbilly. I got nothing against anybody that's white, man. It's just certain people like those suckers, those boogers. They're trying to freaking deceive people for their trying to rip them for their money, you know. And not just that, they want to talk crap. You know, you see them here invading my with their fake profiles. Every time I've been going live, they've been coming. AI showed himself here the other day, so they've been coming at me. So what am I supposed to do? I'm speaking in truth. Tell me if I'm lying. That what I'm saying is a lie. It's the plain truth. You know, it's on video. I told him if you would keep your house clean, if you would be working, you would be working one, two jobs, or just one job, and the house was clean when the people came for his son, he would have been in the situation that he is right now. The only one that he can blame himself is himself. Now he wants everybody, uses that as a clutch for free money. He wants people to donate him money to feel sorry for him. But he wants to be out here trolling me, and that's the only reason I'm talking about him because y'all know what the topic was talking about the shadow, succubus, and incubus. That's the only reason I'm talking about him because that's all he does is trolls. So he expects me to go to his channel and troll him? Hell no. Nah. His channel is trash. If I would look at his channel, what would be just to see how the roaches operate in Oklahoma. You got a lot of roaches over there, big ones, so big of a roach they look like a booger. Yeah. Well, I used to watch all kinds of shows, black and white, back in the day. Uh, uh, my Seven Brides or something like that. Old shows from back in the day. Wyatt Earp, Wagon Train, Chaparral, Bonanza, uh, Cisco and Pancho, Zorro. Man, I can go old school. No, you all know what I'm talking about. Y'all want to come in here with your fake profiles. So yeah, I'm talking about y'all because y'all come in here disrespectfully. Every time I come alive, I don't go mess with y'all, but y'all want to come here with your fake profiles and talk smack, interrupting my life, thinking it's a joke. No, the joke's on you. I'm just calling y'all for being con artists. That's what y'all are, con artists. Taking money from people because y'all don't want to work. Y'all don't want to work. So the only way you can make money is by making fraudulent things to make people feel sorry for you, that you're being a victim of something. That's the only way you can make money. Come on. Whoever works here, whoever's a hardworking person, we work hard for our money. And if I'm going to give my money to somebody, it's going to be because uh, I feel that the person is in need for that money, not for somebody that don't want to help themselves. Rifleman, and I used to love Rifleman. Rifleman, shit. And several other shows that I used to watch there. There was this channel that I would catch all the time when I was growing up, and they would show nothing but old movies. The Rifleman, Uh, so Wyatt Earp. Oh, what's his name? Maverick. Maverick. That was a good show, Maverick. A Wagon Train. Yeah, that's all they do. Come in here with their fake profiles. That's why. That's the only reason I'm talking about them. Yes, that's my favorite. My favorite. Every time I come out, it will come on. I would pretend I was a rifleman. I would have a little piece of a wood, little stick, pretend I was a rifleman. Uh, there was another show too. Yeah, but that was a good show. The one, the Rifleman. Uh, but there was a lot of good shows back in the day. The Wild Wild West shows. Roy Rogers, remember that one? The Roy Rogers show. That was pretty good too. Yes. No, when you grow poor, right? Uh, you always find a way to do something. So I had this TV with antennas, and I would hook up a piece of wire and put aluminum foil and put it on towards the roof to get better frequency, and I will catch all kinds of channels for free. I would even catch HBO back in the day from my neighbors, and would catch it with aluminum foil, and, to watch TV for free. Those shows, yeah, Bonanza, Chaparral. Uh, there's so many shows. Of course, the ones later on was like Little House on the Prairie, but I'm talking about all those shows. Dragnet. Oh man, there was one time I was cutting grass. There was a bad storm that came through. This is already like in the '90s, and I seen a cable sticking out of the ground. Right, I was like, "What the hell is that cable?" And the cable, I could see where it was connected. So I put a like a three thing and hooked it up, and I hooked it up and I ran it underneath the ground towards my home, and I hooked it up just to see what was going to happen. And I had free cable for years, man, till till my neighbor changed it because she said that she was having a problem with her connection for her cable. So she changed it to something else. Free cable, man. They're like, hey, the cable guys come knocking on my door. We got a good deal for you. I said, oh, I'm not interested. So I just watched VHS and free cable. Or run the wire, and then we ran the wire all through my house to each room. So we had cable in every room. Yeah, you got to do what you got to do. The Waltons was a good one too, man. They was always show it at nighttime. The Waltons, like before you go to sleep, and everybody like. So I'll be practice, I'll be like if I was a Waltons, telling my brothers and sisters, by calling them by their names, uh, to go to sleep. Yeah, Little House on the Prairie, that's pretty popular. Uh, of course, man, there was so many movies that were shown on that channel that I had never seen before, but I would see them. I'm trying to remember some of the other ones that they would show. I mean, they would show like just shows from back in the 50s, I guess, 50s and 60s. Good night, Ivy. But now that seems like the yeah, one time they showed up in my house. So what I had a like another connection underneath. I disconnected it, but they never came to ask us if we had cable or not. But I disconnected it just in case. No, it's just I said thank you, Jesus. I mean, it's just the way it happened. A bachelor came through and found a cable sticking out of the ground, hooked it up. I'm not going to say the name of the cable company. I plead the fifth. It just happened the way. Sometimes they had those. They were selling boxes that were hot, where you hook it up and it's got already cable set up on it and everything. People were selling the boxes for like, I know y'all remember that, for like $90. It was like the cable boxes, the old ones, and they would do something to rig them up that you'll be able to watch cable for free. It would have a lot of channels in them. Here's the knuckleheads in here again, and they're getting booted out. Bye bye, crazy Larry. Man, these guys, they give themselves away. It's like too easy to figure them out. They're that idiotic. I know who they are. How you doing, brother Alex? Time Warner. Yeah, I don't mess with no Time Warner, man. Uh, it's so much easier now with like this new TVs, that and certain channels. Like if you go into Google, there's a site called Yes Movies. Check it out. Just put Yes Movies, and there's another one called Watch Movies. That's all I'm gonna say. Sure. Yep. And of course I got Sling TV. I just get Sling TV to watch the wrestling because Hulu's quite costs quite a bit. But I don't know. It's kind of like there's this other site where I can watch all the wrestling that comes out on TV. It's called Watch Wrestling. That's all I'm gonna say. Uh, Wrestling's pay-per-views of the MMA, UFC, boxing. Check it out. There's an event. I love it. I love you, YouTube. You look up on YouTube. You could push any title that you're looking for, any genre, and they'll pop up. They can go all the way back to the old movies, new movies. Put the years. You put the year, they'll pop movies up for that year. You got Tubi TV. You know, there's a lot of channels that are free. Tubi TV got good movies too. Uh, I hope everybody's doing great this evening. Yeah, I'll say it one more time. Yes, movies. Watch movies. And watch wrestling. All those pay-per-views, watch wrestling. I've seen the Canelo and Munguia fight. I seen it like later on, like the following day, but it was there. Any wrestling pay-per-views? They're there. I'm gonna talk to a couple of more. Lost in Space. You all remember that one? Lost in Space. You know when people say about the Patterson film, you know, somebody say, "Have you ever seen Sasquatch?" When you see the Patterson film, right? How the Sasquatch looks like a costume, right? If you were to look at the episodes of Lost in Space, and if you look at some of the monsters in Lost in Space, you could see the same kind of material on the costumes of those monsters that looks like the same material the Patterson film Sasquatch has. It's from that time frame. I'm talking about, yeah, Outer Limits. Who remembers Night Gallery? You got Outer Limits, Twilight Zone. Man, I seen one. Let's talk about. I think it was Outer Limits, where there was a war. It was about a war, Confederate war, and somebody had made a deal with the devil and stuff like that. He was. They'll be showing some good ones, you know. Those are good old days right there. Yeah. There was one called Night Gallery. I think that was like in the 70s. How about Kojak? Not Kojak, the bald-headed guy, but the other guy. It was a reporter. Remember? He was like a reporter. His name was Jack. Jack something was the show, and he was always encountering monsters like vampires, werewolves, all kinds of different creatures. I can't remember his name, his full name. I don't know. His name was Jack on the show. He had a little. He was like a news reporter. I just can remember his full name of the show. I'm gonna freak you out with this one, guys. The first time I saw Bigfoot was in the $6 Million Man show. Y'all remember that one? when Andre the Giant played Bigfoot, and he fought the $6 million man. Dun, 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 dun. That was crazy right there. You talking about Elvira, the Elvira show on the Saturday nights? They had the Elvira show, and they had the other guy with. They had a little trailer. I can't remember the guy's name. Hello, Russia. Yeah, you had the Elvira show. You had another name of the another one with this other guy. But I like watching the Elvira show. Some crazy movies, some old movies. She would be late night. Let's see what else that we can think about. That was think uh, the you ever went to a drive-in, guys? That's why I seen The Exorcist at the drive-in. The first time I ever seen The Exorcist was at the drive-in. It was like $2.50 for a carload, I believe, back in the day. Take the whole family. How you doing, Kyla? Yeah, I think um, there was another. I think it was called Odyssey, where they would show a lot of alien movies. They had like a little robot, like a little robot and something showing movies like alien movies. There was a show called Boo when I was growing up. BOO, Boo, and they would show like scary movies, vampire movies, Godzilla movies, King Kong movies. But it was called Boo, and that would come out on Saturdays in the afternoon. Oh yeah. You think of The Exorcist, and you can't leave out Abby. Remember Abby? There was it was a African woman that got possessed. That was crazy right there. The Abby movie. Uh, but yeah, it's like the that Exorcist. It affected a lot of people. But you got to think about the fear factor, right? Imagine how many homes when they're showing these movies that spirits could have gotten into the homes because unclean spirits because people were afraid. They smell the fear, right? So imagine how many spirits will go into the homes, unclean spirits, because they were playing the Exorcist movie and people were scared. Uh, a Korean Odyssey. Yeah, I remember all the Omen movies. The one that was pretty freaky to me, uh, Evil Dead, the original Evil Dead. That was crazy right there, man. The original Evil Dead. That was a good one. I had all the original ones, part one, two, and three, and then they made the Army of Darkness. So that one was like a little bit crazier because it was more in the future. but it was in the past. But those were pretty scary series. Evil 1, 2, and 3. Evil Dead. I've been doing pretty good. Uh, yeah, now they got them like the new ones. The new ones is like the new movies they made of Evil Dead. They're like different. The originals, I believe, was better. I don't know if y'all seen the latest, the newest Evil Dead, where they were at that apartment complex, and that was crazy. Jaws, the Hellraiser. Yeah, I remember the series. Freddy Krueger, Friday the 13th, Halloween. Those were all pretty. I mean, you had a lot of other lower budget movies. Like there was, I think there was one that was like about a cop. There was a serial killer. Just can't remember the name. There was a lot of series on that one. Some Maniac Cop or something like that. Uh, you ever seen Demons with Angela? Demonite. That was crazy. Linda Blair made another movie after a couple of movies after The Exorcist. What was it called? Hell Night. You ever seen that one? Hell Night, where they go into a mansion. And it was a little bit crazy, but yeah, the one that's always had some crazy movies. Stephen King. It. Uh, Shoot, he's made a lot of them. A lot of movies. You got It. You got Was it Stand by Me, or the one that came out on TV? Like three. It was like I don't know how many parts. He's got a lot of crazy movies. Stephen King. Um, I've seen what was the name? With the guy that came out in I think it was Salem's Lot. That was scary as hell too. Salem's Lot. That was crazy. When it's tapping on the window, and he said, "Let me in, let me in." It's like certain parts of that movie. It's like it was kind of scary, because of how they made the little boy elevate in the air like he's floating and stuff, with a fog. Salem's Lot. You're welcome, brother Patrick. Patrick. I always try to come in late at night. I was on a podcast with Paranormal Roundtable earlier. Then I started talking about shadow figures and about what my barber had told me, what they had witnessed. Then, of course, I changed it up to something else because people were, some trolls that been trolling me were popping up. So now I changed the subject to talking about, we went from TV to movies now, but touching a person. Oh, yeah, Children of the Corn. Children of the Corn. That was a good one. Malachi. I seen then they remade a new one out of it. Uh, it changed, it's like I was trying to figure out what was it? Was it the What was it? Was it something that was demonic, or was it the corn, the pesticide? That was kind of a little bit confusing, right? Children of the Corn, but they got the new Omen movie out right now. How about, did y'all see Abigail? Abigail, the new one. Well, it's not an old movie; it's a new movie. That was okay. Um, the Dead Zone. I remember the Dead Zone. Yeah. Also, the Poltergeist. That old man was creepy as hell from the Poltergeist, man. When he was singing that song, when he goes to the door, that was creepy. That old man from the Poltergeist movie. How about Amityville Horror? So many good movies. For those that like horror. Yeah, I've seen it with Anthony Hopkins. He's come out. No, was it with Anthony Hopkins? I know Anthony Hopkins been. I'm thinking he came out in it. I'm not sure it was him in it. I thought he'd come out in it because he's come out in a couple. Russell Crowe. Yes, Russell Crowe came out in it. Yeah, so many. And y'all remember when the movies were? You had to go to Blockbuster or to Hollywood to get the movies when they were in VHS. That doesn't exist no more. I mean, yeah, there's VHS people, but the only place you find a VHS movie is probably at a Goodwill or a thrift store at a garage sale. Now everything's on CDs, and it's kind of like CDs are going out of place. Redbox, I think, is still in business, but it's not doing too well. I don't know because there's so many apps now where you can see the movies. You know. Yeah, the new Exorcist they made it wasn't scary at all. It just threw me off for a loop. Yeah. No, sometimes it's kind of like I wish I could record the things that I would see like in Elms Grove when I was seeing the shadow figures. But man, imagine trying to record something and you're like this, but you're leaving this side vulnerable that you can see if there's something beside you because you're going like this with a camcorder, and it's nighttime, so you will have to have a light to be able to record. So it's kind of like some of that equipment is hard to use at night. You really have to have lights and stuff to be able to see what's out there. Yeah, they still have them. The VHS camcorders. Yeah. The only thing about like the tape sometimes will get messed up, and for those roaches, if there was roaches in your home, they'll go into the tapes. They can go through They would probably thought it was like a trap or something, so they would get trapped in there. Like for those who live near creeks or near the woods, there's roaches, there's rats, there's all kinds of critters. What's the scariest movie that y'all watched? The scariest of all time that y'all watched? To me, it's got to be that I've seen in my time frame when I was a kid. Let's say like that when you were a kid, what was the scariest movie that you seen? Because when you're grown, you done seen them all, but when you were a kid, what was the scariest movie that really like scared you? I think the one that I seen was the scariest because I've seen a lot of scary movies, from on Boo, but the one that scared me the most was, I mean, that like I was like they don't want to go to the kitchen or go to the restroom after watching it was The Exorcist. It left that kind of effect. Uh, Halloween, uh, the and Freddy Krueger and that. Exorcist. I mean, to me, when I was a kid, it had that effect where you didn't want to go to use a restroom or say, "Hey, can you go to me with the restroom? Can you turn on the light?" After watching that, it's like you get that effect. Like, can you walk with me? My sisters, my brothers are like, "Hey, can you walk me to the restroom, bro?" Because they're afraid. The image of the the freaking head turning and stuff. She was possessed, saying she was the Legion, and I had Beelzebub. Back then, that movie was scared a lot of people. But then now that you see it, you're older, you're like, man, I was afraid of that. Good night, Patrick. So before I go, I want to say I can say a story. The Mummy. Oh yeah, that was messed up. Those bugs, man, that tore him up. I'm trying to think of a story to share with y'all, man. Uh, I'm thinking right now something that I witnessed. Since we're talking about if Exorcist was the scariest movie, so I can share something with you, something dealing with that. Okay, here we go. Since we talk about the Exorcist, I've seen a lot of people say Exorcist was scary, the scariest movie they've seen. Well, the story I'm going to share with y'all is my parents used to be in a prayer group, and in the prayer group they would pray for people, and they would do, you could say like exorcisms through prayer with a priest, right? They pray for people. Some of the people had unclean spirits in them, and that they would pray, and that the demon or whatever unclean spirit would leave their body. They have been doing that for a while. And then they got a phone call. They got a phone call of that there was a woman that had gotten possessed. So the prayer group consisted of like 10 people, right? Plus the priest, which was Catholic. You know how they say that they have a certain order that they have to do before somebody says they're possessed, or that they have to bring somebody from Rome, Italy, to do a exorcism. Well, they went to this house where this woman had gotten possessed, and when they went to go into the room to pray for her, she was a like 32, 33-year old woman, and she turned into like a very old woman. Her appearance changed from the 33-year-old woman to a very old woman, and there was a voice that came out of her mouth, and it said that it was Satan, that her soul belonged to it. And the people were holding hands, and when that happened, the temperature dropped in the room, that it got like freezing cold. And there was one of the members that was in the prayer group that was holding hands. There was two of them. They got scared when they seen the woman turn from a 33-year-old woman to an old woman. So they broke the circle of the prayer group, and they took off running out of there. And the lady that was turning to old lady was laughing, like the voice of like a man, right? Was laughing. And then the rest of the prayer group, they took off. The only reason I found out this has happened, because I heard the phone call. Back then the phone calls were hanging on the wall, where you have to hit the phone and answer from the wall. And I heard the conversation. I was a kid that was always paying attention to everything. Said they were going to go to a prayer group, that this woman was possessed. When they came back, they're all freaked out. They were all scared. Where they witnessed this. So what happened is, the people that were in that holding hands, that things started happening to them. Like, I'll give you an example. The ones that took off running, they used to go work up north in Lubbock, Texas. And what happened is, they went somewhere, came back to their home, and their oldest son, he was like 17. His name was Ricardo Guzman. They found him disemboweled, and there was satanic marks all over the house. The symbols and the numbers. Disemboweled, killed at a young age. And in my family, because my parents were there also, there was uh, bad things that happened too. I lost my mother. Uh, I believe it was due with that. Um, in which a lot of the people that were in the prayer group lost somebody. So as the years went by, I just remember what had happened. And it wasn't just a woman that got possessed; it was her whole family, where it was entering the sons, the daughters, and they were fighting amongst each other, cutting themselves with knives and all kinds of stuff. To this day, I never found out if anybody really went in there and freed her from that demonic possession, or by Satan, right? Later on, like I'm talking about 30 years later, there was this man. No, he told me that, I told him what had happened, that I remember the story, or what this events that happened. He said he knows something before that. And I said, well, can you tell me what happened before that? He said that they were drinking beer at this lake called Devil's Lake, and that the man said to him, I'm going to prove to you that God doesn't exist and that the devil doesn't exist. So he called upon God to show himself to him. He didn't, right? So he said, I told you he wasn't going to show himself to me. Then he called upon the devil to show himself to him. And then he said, you see, I told you he wasn't going to show himself to me. So what happened is when they were out there and they made it back home where I come from, that's when the devil possessed his wife because he didn't believe in Jesus Christ. And he called the devil for the devil to show his presence. And he did by possessing his wife. True story. And there's a guy trolling me while sharing this story with y'all. I lost a family member to that. You know, it's like one day, I might go to that area to where the location is where this woman was possessed just to see what's really going on there. You know, I think what it was is the man they had no faith, and some of the things that happened after that was happening during all that. It's like the sons, the ones that were fighting with each other, because they're my age. So I'll be in school, right? I could be standing by the wall, just waiting for school to start in the morning. One, I'll hear somebody whisper in my ear, and they will say, "Believe in Lucifer, believe in Satan." And I look at them, it's like, "Hey man, get away from me." I said, but I didn't know that was the sons of the woman that had gotten possessed. I could be in the bus and I hear somebody whisper the same thing. It would be the other son of the woman. So it would be like it was two sons. So that's all that would say to me, like trying to tell me these things, and I'll tell them I believe in Jesus Christ. Leave me alone. But it's kind of like they will follow me everywhere. This guys they've been in and out of prison. Uh, I believe they might have killed somebody. I don't know, but when you hear the stories like that, just because the father what he did, it had a domino effect on the rest of the family because he was the head of the household. So just by him not believing in Jesus Christ, that was the opening he used. So if he's not believing in Jesus Christ and he's teaching his children not to believe in Jesus Christ, then that's a spiritual opening, how they all got spiritually attacked. I don't know. I could say to you this that I believe that all cryptids or demon manifestations. That's why that's why you can capture one. That's why you can kill one because they go in and out of reality because they're demonic in nature. When they manifest to look like cryptids, they do it for the fear factor to scare you because if they can scare you, then you're not going to see the cryptid no more. It's going to attack you spiritually because you're leaving it open through not just through fear, but believing what you're witnessing is a cryptid. That's how they attack. Anybody can make a footprint. Anybody can get a hair sample. It's like this: you find a body. How many cryptozoologists and how many experts has been hunting Bigfoot for years, and still they haven't found a body or anything like that, any kind of proof, any kind of evidence. Because what they're hunting is not, they're not really hunting it, it's hunting them. And what's hunting them is demonic spirits. Oh, we got Dark Waters in here. How you doing? Uh, hey, it's Dark Albert. How you doing, Dark Albert? Get it, Dark Albert, Fat Albert. And there it went. Yeah, I got a lot of haters, man. You know, it's like the reason that they come at me. I'm gonna be honest with you. Is because they don't want the truth to be said. They don't want the truth to be said that the Bigfoots, Dog Man, Goat Man, all these beings that people are seeing, that they're demonic in nature. They don't want the truth to be told. So that's why they come at me, because they worship those things. They worship demonic entities, Lucifer, because they practice voodoo, they practice witchcraft and necromancy. So they come at me in a negative way. But that's okay. I have Jesus Christ on my side. Through Jesus Christ, I can overcome any enemy that comes at me in a spiritual way. Through Jesus Christ. Yes. As they get mad, the reason they're mad, I'm going to tell you, is because this time is supposed to be their time of when they're doing their worship. And I'm here getting to know people that are wide awake, like I am wide awake, because I used to do I was in the military, I worked a lot of night jobs. So I'm awake at night and I get my rest during the day, but they're hating the truth. The reason they get pissed off is because they don't want you to know Jesus Christ. I'm here to awaken you, to let you know that Jesus Christ is always with you. So they get mad because they want to, what they believe in, they want to put the fear factor out there. They want people to believe that the Bigfoot is real. They want people to believe that the dog man is real. They want people to believe the goat man is real. Since they practice witchcraft and necromancy, they're not going to tell you that they're demons. I'm telling you that they're demons because I believe in Jesus Christ and I'm speaking the truth. So they dislike the truth because they don't have a relationship with Jesus Christ. So they come at me in a negative way, but that's okay. It's been like this all my life. I'm used to it. They can throw a fit. They can pout all they want to, but I'm going to place Jesus Christ first every time, and I'm going to continue to do the works that I do. See, now that the interruptions are gone, I'm able to speak to you that Jesus Christ is with you. He's been there for me numerous times, uh, all throughout my life. So if I have Jesus Christ, it's like this. I have Jesus Christ in front of me, around me spiritually. He's my protector. Do you think I'm afraid of people that do voodoo or witchcraft or necromancy? You know why I'm not afraid of none of them? Because they're worshiping things that are fallen. The 1/3 that fell from the sky. The 1/3 that fell from the sky, its fate is already sealed. So they're actually worshiping something lesser than us, because we have the opportunity to make it into the kingdom of heaven through Jesus Christ. Because we're chosen ones, children of God. So these believers or these worshipers that worship other things that are below us, they're basically giving up their birthright to make it into the kingdom of heaven by worshiping another things that are meaningless because we're greater than that. We have the opportunity to make it into the kingdom of heaven. They don't. That's why they hate us. That's why they said try to plant negative seeds. They try to come at us in a negative way. Send their little worshippers to come after us, troll like, because they don't want the truth to be told. They don't want people to awaken up. They don't want to. They don't want me to. They don't want to. For me to say, I always maintain the Love Foundation. If you ever feel that you're being overwhelmed by negativity, call upon Jesus Christ to help you. If you feel hatred, replace it with love. If you have vengeance or hatred or anger towards somebody, forgive them. Why do you forgive them? Because it'll take all the power away from anything negative. All the way from the Garden of Eve. You cut those negative ties, generational curses won't happen no more because you're making a spiritual stance. That's what they want you to know. So if demons from the Garden of Eve can't come at you in a negative way anymore, do you think there's people that they think they have some kind of power because of what they practice, that they're going to affect a child of God? They're dumb. Because if what came from the Garden of Eve or generations, it severed the tie, because forgiveness is part of love, and through that, He blesses you with the spiritual gifts of discernment. You become untouchable by them. You might get tested, but they have no jurisdiction anymore to affect you any kind of way because you took the right measures, right? So you become a spiritual warrior. And that's why I'm here in their time. What time is it? It's 4, 6 in the morning. I've been talking to since I've been live for almost 2 hours. So I've been live in their time frame where they're supposed to be the strongest. I'm out here and I'm fine, right? Why? Because Jesus Christ is with us. He's with us 24/7. We're never alone. Shout out Ben. How you doing? That's what do you think I've been doing this videos here at nighttime? Yeah, sometimes they try to surface up or whatever, but I'm a Tim Love Foundation. I don't fear them because I know that through Jesus Christ we can overcome anything that's fallen, or anybody that's trying to do harm to us in any kind of way because they think they got some kind of power. It's like this: you deflect the negativity, it goes back to the sender, 7 times fold. It goes back to them. So it's not like anybody's doing any harm to them. It's just you're accepting the negativity. So whatever they're trying to wish upon you goes back to them. So they're literally taking themselves out of the picture by coming up against children of God, in which that's dumb, right? It makes no sense, but you can't change people like that are bonded and they're already chosen the path. Yeah, the other guy, he's gone because they don't want to hear about Jesus Christ. That's why they took off. Yeah, they took off. You're like, let me get my little uh, magic wand and get the hell out of here. It goes by your works there, Ben. If you must say you believe in Jesus Christ, but if your works are more evil than good, then he's going to know. He's going to know about your works. It's not about just believing. It's about truly having faith in him and having a relationship with him. There's a lot of people that pretend that they believe in Jesus Christ, but they don't even have a relationship with him. I pray for everybody. I really don't keep up with a lot of things. It's just everything is it's going to happen the way it's going to happen. Because it's meant to happen that way. That's all I can say. The only thing we can do is pray for people, maintain their love foundation. You can't get mad of what happened anywhere else, or you see something. The news is like fear mongering all the time. That could be a spiritual opening. So you got to focus on your foundation, on what you can do for you. But we can pray for the people that are going through something. I prayed the other night for everybody, even over there. I did a special prayer the other night for them. Yeah, this part of the spiritual balance. It's sometimes people are being bonded, and they might think that they're doing the right thing, but it's not necessarily that they're doing the right thing. In those countries, there's a lot of, you got the, believe they're like Muslims and stuff like that, right? In those countries, and there's a lot of, how should I say, demonic activity. I can pray. Heavenly Father, at this time, I'd like to pray for all my brothers and sisters here that are viewing. I would like to pray for 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 the Heavenly Father to tie, bind, and rebuke any unclean spirits, demonic spirits that are causing chaos and havoc around the world, even in war was happening overseas. We pray for there to be peace and tranquility within the people in charge in those countries where the war is, uh, for them to see the error of the ways, that fighting negativity with negativity will not make a positive thing. I pray for the Heavenly Father to intervene, Jesus Christ, and for Him to be with all the people that truly believe in Him, to be able to find some kind of peace in that country and around the world. Um, we pray against anybody trying to cause, doing any witchcraft or necromancy. We tie, bind, and rebuke him in Jesus Christ's name. This I pray through Jesus Christ. Amen. The Heavenly Father does listen to our prayers, and He intervenes in His own kind of way. He saves those that He can save, because there's other forces that are working out there. Uh, it's kind of like, if I can pray for people through Jesus Christ here, but in other countries they believe in other things, right? Uh, they see somebody that believes in Jesus Christ, they want to take them out, in other countries, because they're used to the Quran, to what they believe in. because it becomes a religious war. That's what's happening. Is It's a religious war, and religious wars have been happening for a very long time. If you look through history, they've been happening so many times. I think one of those times was when what's his name? Genghis Khan was in power. That there was religious wars. Everybody was trying to say, my God's better than your God. This and that. In which what's really happening is the demons, right? They're 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 the ones creating these things to happen. This is this nature, and they're collecting souls, right? Of people that get murdered out there in combat. You see, I seen the degen when I was out there in Operation Desert Storm, and I'm more than sure there was hellhounds out there. They're kind of like soul collectors. Uh, in the front lines where I was at, there was dogs that came out of nowhere eating. So yeah, it was very bad, and I could feel the heavy presence of negative, unclean spirits out there. So I would pray every day, and it would be pitch dark. So yes, I was out there. I was 135 armor. I was a 19 kilo, the Abrams tanker. I was stationed off Erlangen, Germany. That was my first duty station. When I graduated from basic, I went straight over there. I wasn't even there a year, and all I know is by Christmas time, we was flying overseas to fight the war in a little cargo plane that had all our equipment. I was sitting in a net, red net, like this, side by shoulder to shoulder, all the soldiers, and it was cold up there in the air. Uh, the walls would be trembling. Then when I got down there, yeah, I had tanker boots. When we landed there, I was only 19. Uh, I thought that the turbine was hitting us from the plane, but it wasn't a turbine from the plane. It was just hot. So I had to readjust from being like in a cold environment because it was cold in Germany to readjusting in the heat. That we had to drink a lot of water just to stay hydrated because it would be so hot that you can dehydrate. Thing would drink like 6 liters, 7 liters, 8 liters a day. Then at nighttime, we had to put on a cold weather gear because there's nothing to block the wind, so it would be cold as hell, like 0 degrees. You're out there pulling guard in the middle of the night, and then when the morning comes, you have to take your gear off because it's going to get hot. So that's the way it was from hot to cold. What hot to cold? I was out there in 1990. I joined the military in 1989. By 1990, we got there in December. Then it turned to this when I was out there, Operation Desert Storm. I was in the Battle of Medina Ridge, February 26th, in 1990, 90, 91, 90. I can't remember. It's been so long. Uh, that's the battle I was in. Some people would like putting the hydrated fruits in the water, so they will make it like into fruits. But I would just drink the water. You know, the people out there, they get the water from the ocean. They have what's called Medina water. They get the water, literally get the water from the ocean, where they have the plant out there that big plants where they get the water from the ocean. To get, a filtering system. You know, I would assume, that maybe that our own government will have, talk to them so we can get the water source from our ocean also. Build a plant to make water that's drinkable. Yeah, I was around all that, man. I was in the front lines. I was around the burning oil wells that they lit up. Uh, I was in the Battle of Medina Ridge. We fought the Medina Republican Guard, and the I'm trying to remember the name of the other army that we destroyed. The Alja Bazuda, I can't remember. Starts with a B. But the Medina Republican Guard, that was Saddam Hussein's elite army, or Republican Guard was his elite. That's what we faced. I was in a battle on Medina Ridge. It was the biggest tank battle out there. And I was around all that stuff. I mean, I was in the front lines. So, yeah, I was around the burn pits and all that. Now, I know I was around all that, but when I go to the VA, they don't want to help me. I got exposed to chemicals and everything, blood agent, uh, anthrax, uh, probably other chemicals that were out there. But when I go to the VA, they don't want to help me. I've been going to the VA since 2002. Every time I try to submit some paperwork, they deny it. I was literally in the front lines. I try to tell them, hey, I think I might have some PTSD because I get flashbacks. They deny me, but that's what they do. So I say, you know what? Screw the VA. So I'm just gonna maintain my faith in my faith in Jesus Christ. And screw them. So when I go there, they look at me and they're like, "You're still alive? What? Am I supposed to do something to myself? Because you're not helping me? I'm gonna take my faith in Jesus Christ. All I know is this: that whoever's in charge of there, they're placed there for a reason. And if they're doing things that are against God, that their time and fate is already sealed. There's been thousands and thousands of veterans that died because of lack of should I say care from the VA. There's some that have taken their lives through suicide. I seen one go into the restroom, never came out. I seen like 4 or 5 janitors with buckets going in there. He went there and finished his life. I didn't know he was going to do that, but I was there when it happened, sitting in the lobby waiting for my doctor's appointment. But yeah, it's sad, man. You're welcome. So our country paying us back, they don't help us. They don't give a care about the veterans that are even homeless, but they want to help out people from other countries, cross the border, help them out. But they're like, say, screw the veterans. And we're the ones that fought for this country. We placed our life on the lines. If it was up to me, all these people in power, uh, if I was excuse my French, a son of a something, to me, they're the enemy, right? To me, they're the enemy by not helping us out. So I'll just say I'll plead the fifth. But if I wasn't a man, God fearing, God God fearing man of God, that you know, we're not supposed to do that. But God's got everything under control. But a lot of these people that they're in power right now, they shouldn't be there. Sometimes we have to be careful what we say. All I know is this that all in due time everything's going to surface up, and there is going to be a spiritual war that's happening. It's already happening, and we're going to see who's who. Yeah, I seen ghosts out there in combat, especially when it's a fresh, when they barely died. You can hear them. You can hear the moans. You can see the shadow moving, the ghost shadow figures moving at night. Uh, Other forces that are out there out of the balance. I don't need no guns. I have guns. But I don't need no guns. I had Jesus Christ. That's why I'm still here. He's the one that's been taking care of me and blessing me to be amongst the living. They tried to take me out at King Daughter's Hospital. The VA did. They tried to kill me at King Daughter's Hospital, where I had a blood clot on my left leg. They said they had no room for me, so they sent me to King Daughter's Hospital. They told me I was going to be there for 2 weeks, and they injected me with warfarin. So I was in the room. Next thing you know, I'm somewhere else. I see like a altar. It looks like a ribbon, Texas, with a ribbon, like when they go to elections. And I seen Abraham Lincoln looking at me, and I was like, man, this medicine's got me hallucinating. Then I'm not there no more. I'm somewhere else, and I see the earth below me. I see the stars, the universe, and I'm on this golden stairs, and I'm walking up the golden stairs. And as I'm walking, I'm thinking about my son, because my son at the time he was small. He was like 4 or 5 years old, and I was raising my son. So as I'm walking up there, I'm told to stop. I see this figure and a bright light that's blinding me, and they asked me a question, but the voice that it has, it sounded like thunder, lightning, the ocean, earthquake, tornado, like Mother Nature itself, right? But it was very strong. And he asked me, "What are you doing here?" And I said, "I don't know." Then he said, "You're not supposed to be here. There's no way you should be this far." And then I said to him, I said, "I want to be with my son. I love my son." Then he said, "What are you doing here then?" So when he said, "What are you doing here then?" I could see my spirit going through the universe, going into the atmosphere, going through the sky. It was nighttime, going into the roof of that hospital. I was going from room to room, and I found my body. My body was, my eyes were rolled back white, and my body was going in convulsions. My spirit went into my body, and my body, my spirit, I didn't have to open my eyes because my eyes were already open. So I got my sight automatically. The curtain opened. And it was a doctor. Uh, the doctor had a smile on his face. But then when he looked at me, looking at him, his smile went into fear. He turned around and ran out of the room. I was in the ICU room. So not even like 5 minutes, all these nurses, RNs come into the room. They're telling me, get up, you need to leave, you need to leave now. And I was like, wait a moment, I'm supposed to be here for 2 weeks. And they're like, leave now, or we're going to call the cops. Right? So, so what happens is this. What happens is this. They ran me off. I get in my vehicle. I drive me home. Feel like sweat. I pull to the side of the road. When I look in the rearview mirror, blood is coming out of my tear ducts, out of my nose, out of my mouth. Somebody calls me. I don't even know what I'm saying because I'm just talking blubberish. Then my sister called me, come, and she's crying, and I'm trying to talk to her, and it's just blubberish. So I'm not making no sense. So I didn't even know how I got home. I believe Christ guided me home. I don't remember. All I know is my sister was waiting for me, and she laid me in the bed. That night, I fought for my soul. There was like 6 or 7 of them dressed in black, and I could just see their bones reaching out for me, trying to grab me. My sister came into the room, jumped on the bed. She started praying, and I was swinging at them. And then I was like, "Hey, where's your faith?" So I started praying too with my sister. As I started praying against those wraith or death, whatever it was that was around me, they left. Went back Monday to the VA. When I went to go see them, they did some blood work, and they're like, "There's no way you should have this much blood thinner in your system." They said that I had like 11.9 blood thinner in my system, in which that's so there's no ways they can make that mistake. Basically, what they told me that there's no way that that much blood thinner, my organs will fail, right? So that's letting me know that they try to kill me at King Daughters. As time went by, I had a neighbor that moved in. Certain events were happening. I had a new neighbor that moved in. Every time I would go somewhere with my son, there would be one of those nurses. And they'll tell me, "There's no way you should be alive." And it's like, what are you trying to tell me, that you try to kill me? Because they already told me that there's no way they could make the mistake. So I said, "Look, you try to take my life, I'm going to give you a chance to save your life." I said, "Leave before I finish this plate of food." She left. Then I ran into another one, and she said that she knew who I was. She said, "There's no way you should be alive." And I was like, "What do you mean?" She was looking at me with fear. She said, "You were clinically dead for 20 minutes. There's no way you should be alive. Through Jesus Christ, all is possible, right?" Well, the neighbor started giving me problems. So he moved some people in there with him. He got me in trouble with the office where I lived. And I was like, "Man, you're a veteran like I am. So why are you getting me in trouble?" And he said to me, "It's your fault. It's your fault. My brother is dead. It's like, what do you mean? I don't even know who your brother is. So this is his children. So it's your fault. He's dead. I said, like, who's your brother? He said that his brother was a doctor that see me at King Doctor's Hospital. You know how his brother died? He committed suicide. Took his own life. You know how I told you he ran out of there? He took his own life. I believe what happened was this. They wished death upon me, seven tenfold, because it literally tried to kill me. Well, somebody had to go. It just wasn't me. He left because, and I'm more than sure, because there was another guy when I walked into the room, because it was the tour room. He had all kinds of tubes in him. He was going no with his eyes and moving his feet like this, telling me no, like warning me. And I just didn't see that. Sometimes Jesus Christ warns us like that. Um, so basically, that's what it was. His brother literally killed himself, and I know why, because I'm more than sure that he had done this to many other people, and that they made me sign a piece of paper for my organs that I don't remember signing, right? That I'm more sure he killed many people in this nature. But uh, when I came back, and which I was supposed to be dead, he knew that at that point in time that Jesus Christ is real, that there is a higher power, and he was going to have to pay for all the wrongdoings he did to the people he's murdered. So he took his life instead, because either way he was going to have to pay. Um, the brother, I said, I'm going to give you a chance to avenge your brother's death. I just want to let you know that I was a victim, and I'm more sure your brother just didn't do it to me, did it to others. Said, but I'm going to let you know something. When I was going somewhere else, I'm going to avenge for them killing me. So you fighting for your brother. So you're representing your brother. I'm going to take it out on you. Man, that guy looked at me. That same day, he left. I never seen him again. I'm looking at all the comments here. Hello, Channel T. No, it's the ceiling fan that's moving. But anyways, I just had to share that with y'all, brothers and sisters. I tried to get the medical records from King Daughter's Hospital when it happened. I was young when this happened to me. I was only 32 years old when they tried to take me out. Um, I tried to get all my records from there. They wouldn't give them to me because I wanted to sue them. I wanted to get one of my family members to sue them for what they try to do to me. But yes, our government is corrupt. That's why I don't place my faith or trust in them. I place my faith and trust in Jesus Christ. I hope y'all, I appreciate it, man, from my heart that y'all got this likes. I appreciate y'all. Even the trolls that come and join in here, I appreciate y'all too. Whether you like me or not, I appreciate y'all. But yes, I got blessed. So, as I'm blessed, the unseen forces hate me because Jesus Christ loves me. He blessed me. He's blessed. That's why I talk about him daily, because he's blessed me. and I do His spiritual works. So I'm protected by Heavenly Father, but I'm blessed. I ascended and came back because I got blessed by Him to be able to come back. It was a struggle to build my body back up after they try to take it out, but I'm here. All through the power and glory of Jesus Christ. That's amazing He is. You're welcome, Brother Carlos. And for anybody that that feels that they're we're all somebody in this world. There's somebody greater than nobody else. Jesus Christ loves you. I love all my brothers and sisters. All my spiritual brothers and sisters. We're all connected spiritually. Whether doesn't matter uh, how we look, what what race and all that doesn't matter when it comes to down to being spiritual brothers and sisters in Christ. It's all about the spirit. Just remember that. Doesn't matter what country you're from, what you believe in. I'm talking about spirit. We all know each other. Sometimes somebody on the other side of the world can see the havoc that's happening where I'm at, where I can see to the other side of the world spiritually what's happening where they live. So what do we do when we see something happening? We pray. We place our brothers and sisters into prayer. There's a spiritual war happening, brothers and sisters. And it's very important to maintain the love foundation. Because this spiritual war, we cannot win it through the flesh. We got to win it through the spirit. That's why it's called a spiritual war. I'm just bringing the spiritual awareness. Trust me, I faced this, I call them DDNs, disembodied demonic Nephilim, which are demons. They're all of the same. They come from the same origin. Uh, when they manifest, when they manifest a certain way to look at, is to try to get you to believe in them. But as if you believe in them, what you're seeing is real, then it's not going to show its manifestation no more. Then it tries to attack you unseen. It comes invisibly to attack you spiritually. So that's why I say to you, do not believe in them. Do not give them power of fear. Maintain your love foundation. Place Jesus Christ first. Protect your family, number one. You have unforgiveness. Forgive, because it'll make your forgiveness is part of love. It'll make your love foundation stronger, and the Heavenly Father will bless you with the spiritual gift discernment to be able to fight this spiritual war that's happening amongst us, and for you to be able to teach your next of kin, to prepare them, and to help as many people as possible. That's why I do it. I know what's at stake. I know how some other countries are because they believe in the Quran, and they don't want the punishment for people talking about Jesus Christ is, you could say, evil works, right? Beheadings. Uh, I'm not worried about that because I know Jesus Christ is with me. I'm just trying to get all my brothers and sisters ready for the spiritual war that's to come. What's to come is a lot worse than somebody getting beheaded. It's about the souls. Because when we go spiritually, the body stays behind, right? It's about the spirit. So that's what's at stake. It's our spirits. What are you going to do? Are you going to give it into the enemy? Or are you going to fight spiritually to protect your spirit the not just your spirit, but your loved ones, so they'll be able to make it into the kingdom of heaven also. Jesus Christ is a protector. He'll protect us. That's what I do. Is I try to help out everybody. Doesn't matter who it is, what side of the world. We all have something in common. I'm just trying to spread the love, man, and uh, trying to awaken my brothers and sisters spiritually. Sometimes we have to soul search, because your spirit knows what's right. You know what's right. You know what's wrong, and your spirit is not going to lie to you. And if you can resonate to what I'm speaking of, but I know some of y'all in a foreign country where it can be dangerous for y'all to speak about Jesus Christ. So I would say to you, keep Jesus Christ within your foundation, right? Through your media foundation, because I know how it can be in other countries. All I want you is to prepare yourself spiritually, because there's a lot of things that are going to happen. They're already happening right now, but it's going to be a spiritual battle. Well, they kill people that believe in Jesus Christ. I mean, I believe there was some people that went over there one time on a crusade of Jesus Christ, and they beheaded him. Uh, they beheaded a reporter. Uh, uh, you know, that's how it is. It happened. Look it up. Somebody said Jesus died because of. Oh, we got a. I don't know about a lesbian Jesus, so that's out of here. Lesbian Jesus is mad because the lesbian person that was here believes that the rainbow that represents the LGBT community is real. That's not what the rainbow represents. The rainbow represents that God will not flood the earth no more, like it did when He flooded to destroy the Nephilim. That's what it really represents. So when they use that as a in their flag, living in sin, going against God. I mean, I could say Sodom and Gomorrah. Uh, you seen what happened there with the abominations. Uh, they're literally being deceived by their own people. Their own people are deceiving them. They're setting them short into. They're basically setting them up to be thrown into the pit of fire, into the lake of fire. That's what's exactly happening. They're setting themselves up for failure. That's all I can say. That's right. There's only two genders, male and female. But everybody chooses their fate. People know. You know, there's so many that are lost. You say you're not lesbian, but you say lesbian Jesus, and you're popping up again. So I'm fixing to boot you out again. Bye bye. I think that lesbian Jesus, I already know who that is. It's that guy that's been trolling me from AI. He I know that dude's got some issues. I believe he's being demonized. He tries to say things of Jesus, but then he puts a name that he's a lesbian. He's got some serious issues. You know, I would try to help him out and exercise the demons out of him, but I think he's a lost cause. They should, and they keep on coming. They're like, they're be like, dang, this guy's still talking, and he's got viewers here, and they keep on coming with fake profiles. They say the same things over and over, and it's the same guys that told me. It's like they're from Oklahoma. They're losers. I know who you are, a lesbian Jesus. You're from AI, and you're out of here. But anyways, brothers and sisters, man, I've been going for 2 hours and 37 minutes. I just want to say thank you for those that are tuning in. You see, my podcast is just me being real, man. You don't see me with nothing fancy. I'm just speaking to whoever's viewing here. I'm just bringing it to your real, spiritual real. That's what I'm about. I'll let y'all see my face a little bit more better with the light. There you go. It's nighttime out here. But I bring it to y'all spiritual real here on Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. Uh, I love all my brothers and sisters, even those that are being spiritually bonded. I wish that they could awaken spiritually, so they could be able to fight for their souls, because that's what it's about. It's our souls. We gotta be able to fight for our spirits, right? We're chosen ones. We're children of God. We should be able to fight for our spirits. We shouldn't be tricked or deceived by the enemy, the unseen enemy. That's why I'm speaking to y'all like this, because you're my brothers and sisters through Jesus Christ. Spiritually, we're all spiritually connected, and I love y'all. In saying that, you see who else is here? There he is, man. How come you don't go to sleep there? What's your name? Damien Peterson. Go to sleep, man. Leave me alone. Go clean your house. Yeah, that's Michael. What's his name? Stephen Michael from AI. You got nothing else better to do. He's probably messing with me because he got off. He probably got a $20 buck donation, and he went to go lit up the meth. That's why he's coming out here all crazy and stuff. Shrek, yeah, he's freaking Shrek and Fiona. They're probably Shrek and Fiona are high on crack right now over there. Those are the people I'm trying to free, but they don't want to free themselves from the pipe. You know, I mean, I know there's some of y'all from the other side of the world that can resonate to what I'm speaking of, but there's some people that are real spiritually bonded where they're they're not they're not just being demonized, they're being they're hooked to the pipe, to the meth in Oklahoma and OKC. You know what's bad? I know where there's a lot of roaches in their house because they're hooked on the meth too. So they want to get a high too. So they got the 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 ones in charge are hooked with the meth, and the roaches are hooked to the meth too. So that's why they're there. They're like, we live rent free and we get high. We get high like a kite. That's where your teeth are all jacked up, Michael. Be smoking that crack, man. Leave that crack alone. Oh, now he's trying to change it. You done blew your cover, man. Go to sleep, Michael. There you go. I boot him out again. I wouldn't be surprised that the way the house is the way it is because they're probably the suppliers. They're probably fucking be cooking meth in that sucker. That's why they need the house. I mean, that's why they need the money. Yeah, they got nothing else better to do. If the guy will come in here and be respectful to me, instead of coming with his fake profiles, maybe I would treat him differently. But he's coming in here just trying to freaking cause havoc. You know, that's why I talk to him up. How I talk about him. There he is again. Michael, go to sleep, Michael. This is a dream, Michael. You're high on crack, not Cracker Jack. You need to leave the pipe alone, bro. Give the money to Hunter. Stop smoking the pipe. Send him away again. Yeah, Michael's crazy, man. He wants to be. He wants to be. He wants to be Michael Myers. He wants to be Michael Myers. He's Shrek. Shrek on crack, on meth, whatever he does. He said, "We're gonna be here all night long." Roaches are backing him up. You got the roaches right beside him on his shoulders and stuff. They don't want to clean his house. They're feeding up the crumbs of whatever he was smoking. Yeah, that's what he does. He told me on Facebook. He told me for about a year and a half, and he's still trolling me. It's been like almost 2 years. Maybe he's insecure about his gender. There he is. Shrek on meth. Mikey, what happened to the Wheaties? I thought you like Wheaties. You don't like Wheaties no more. You moved up to crack and meth. There you go. Man, it's ridiculous, man. It says 4 in the morning. It's 4:57. So he gotta be high as a kite if he's been partying all night, uh, smoking the money from the donations that people give him. So he gotta be high as hell right now. They're just coming at me all stupid. There's no information off that dude. Yeah, the roaches. I tried to pray for him already, and that dude's lost, man. He's lost. He probably wants me to send him some money through Cash App so he can get another rock, man. I ain't gonna send him no money. Yeah, that's all he does. creates fake accounts and trolls people. And then he goes on his channel. He's like, we here on abnormal investigations. We don't uh, we're not the type of people to be messing with people. We are good people, good, honest, God loving people here. But here he is at 4 in the freaking morning messing with me with a fake profile. Can you believe that? Yeah, it's him, man. It's crazy Mike. Yeah, that dude. He's got issues, man. Because you know why? Because he's popping here as a lesbian. You know, he's really got issues, man. I think he questions his sexuality. I don't know. He got some real serious issues. I can't help him out, man. I tried. He's got the issues of brooches, drugs, being a panhandler, a liar, a con artist, a fake believer of Jesus Christ. Number one problem that he has that it got him all messed up. He's a troll with many accounts that he trolls people with. What is many? The Legion is many, right? So this guy he's screwed up in the head, man. He got some serious issues. You know, his mama should have whooped him when she had the chance before he went freaking crazy. The Legion are many, right? He got shitload. Excuse my language. I can say it. Shitload of freaking fake accounts. He trolled me with one called Damon Peterson. He's trolled me with this lesbian one. He trolled me with the gay one was him too. He's got the little Bree, Cleghorn, and so many others. You know, this got some serious freaking issues. And maybe it's part of his clan. Maybe his family is involved in doing that too, which is his sister wife and his daughter wife. I think they're all together doing that with the fake profiles. There he is. There he is again. Dirty Mike, what's up? What's up, Dirty Mike? How you feeling, man? Are you feeling high? After smoking all those donations away instead of giving the money to Hunter? Yeah. Telling the truth that you're high? That you wasted Hunter's money? How come you didn't give it to his mom? She's the one taking care of him. She's the one taking care of your son. She's being the mother slash father, and you're being a deadbeat dad. You're being a deadbeat dad, trying to get people to feel sorry for you. You're here messing around, being a troll. A troll. You got issues, man. See, I'll let you talk for a little bit. See, I put him out again. Yeah, that dude. It was to the point, where it got to one point where I told him, you know what, you've been messing with me all this time. How about we just meet somewhere? I told him, let's meet somewhere. We can talk about it. Well, you got a problem with me, or we can solve it a different way. You know, here in the state of Texas, which is called what is it? Man, I'm trying to remember the word right now. Mutual combat. So we can settle it. Apparently, you got a problem with me. You're trolling me. Let's solve it. He didn't want to do it, but he's still here trying to mess with me. He's crazy. I just wanted to teach him a lesson. That's it. Didn't want to hurt that guy. But then I say, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it up to God. But he's really confused, man. He's got some mental issues. I'm thinking, well, I don't know. He's really got some serious issues. No, Michael, I know it's you, man. You're. It's obvious that it's you. I just want to know if you're giving the money that people are giving you as donations to Hunter and his mom, because she's the one that has him right now, has custody of him. Are you giving him the money, or are you wasting it for yourself, like you've been doing all along? You're wasting it on yourself, ain't you? Just being a deadbeat dad. That's all right, because when she wins custody of him, child support going to come for your ass. Child support going to come for you. You're going to have to pay. You better find yourself a job, or you're going to wind up in jail. Listen to my advice. Start working, so they can so the government could start taking money off your paycheck, so they can give it to his mother for taking care of him. I'm just letting you know, man, what's going to happen. Well, you're going to be in jail. Be in jail saying, "Hey, can you help me pay my child support?" You brought him into this world, Michael. You gotta take charge as a man. Go find yourself a job. Take care of your responsibilities. But I understand you, Mike. I know you got so many different profiles, but I know who's behind the trollings. It's you, man. Uh, I'll keep you in prayer. Heavenly Father, at this time, I would like to pray for Michael, for him to be blessed with a job or two jobs, for you to bless him with two jobs or possibly three, so he can get back on his feet and become a responsible person. This I pray in Jesus Christ's name. Amen. I already prayed for you, man. Hopefully you can get a job. Man, you can go work at the McDonald's. They're hiring. Find yourself a job. Because this trolling stuff ain't working for you, man. You're welcome, Michael. Go. All you got to do is go set up applications. I'm more than sure somebody will hire you, man. You just got to fill out those applications. Come on, Michael. Come on, Michael. I pray for you, brother. You know the best way for you to be able to be yourself is get rid of all the profiles that you have, the fake profiles. That's your number one problem. Having all this troll profiles. Get rid of them, man. Be you. Be just you, not all this other fake profiles. That's what's messing you up, man. Focus on you. Find yourself, work two, three jobs, get back on your feet. And you're going to see how your life is going to change to a positive way. Just got to stay out of this kind of stuff is not for you, man. No, Michael, because I know it's you, man. Go to sleep. You're probably high on that shit still, man. Go to sleep. The reason I know it's Michael, brother and sisters, because every time he comes at me with a different profile, he always says the same things. That's why I know it's Michael. He never changes his. He could have a different profile, but he comes at me the same way. So instead of me saying the name of the fake profile, I'll say directly his real name. I guess the numbers must not be good in their whatever shows they make. If he's here coming to my show, maybe he likes my show. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, but that's the way it is, man. There's people like that. I pray for him. I done forgave him. You know how many times I forgave this guy? Every day I forgive him for coming at me like this. Every day I forgive him because that's what we're supposed to do, right? It's important to forgive. I don't. It's kind of like I don't have no anger towards the guy because that's a spiritual opening. I forgive him daily. I just wish he could wake up, man. There's still hope, Michael. Wake up. Wake up. We tie bind and rebuke any unclean spirits you have. Wake up, Michael. Snap out of it. Yeah. He called himself lesbian, Michael, man. What the hell? Oh my God, man! You must be either drunk or you on something, Michael. Yeah, I forgive you, man. You're kind of funny though, man. Coming out with the stuff that you come out with and the fake profiles just make me laugh now. That's all I can do is forgive you daily and pray for you, Michael. Not just for you, but your whole family, man. That's why I say you can't think just about yourself. You got to think about your family, your familia. I forgive you daily, Michael. Just remember one thing: God loves you, man. God loves you, and He just wants you to have a relationship with Him. Open up to Him so He can assist you spiritually. He's just waiting for you to make that move. He wants you to stop playing the games that you play and make that move to have that relationship with Him. He sees everything you do. Pray, pray for everybody, for Michael and his family, for everybody. I have nothing against him, nor his family. I know I've said certain things in the past, but that's the past. Once you get to know people, their characteristics, you just get used to them, right? I'm not lying about that, bro. I had a screenshot. I had a screenshot of that pic. I I had put a screenshot of the roach on the window, and the roach climbing the tree. Man, the roach was big, dude. It made it look like it was. They're like, oh no, that's a hole in the ground. That's a. They were like, that's a. What is it? A, that's a portal appearing on the ground in front of them. No, it was a freaking roach. It It was a big roach. It's like it was funny, man. And then the sister, like, oh, I see the booger climbing the tree. The booger was as big as Michael, but he was a roach. He just looked big because it was on the windshield. That was yeah, that was your pet. That was your pet. They're like, hey Pedro, this is what we're gonna do, Pedro. So you gonna crawl across the windshield. When you see the tree, climb up so it can look like you're climbing on the tree. They were like, I put it. You could literally tell as a roach. I enlarged it. That's not a, that's not a roach. That's a portal. So that's a portal where the booger appeared, and the booger went towards the tree and climbed the tree. Oh shit! Here's another one. Come on, Michael. Why you change profile, man? Golly. Oh, no, it's probably the sister. They're like, they're like, come on, wake up. Let's go mess with Abe. It's going live. Let's go mess with him. Bring the roaches too. My fingers are tired. They can spell the words for me. He said the house is clean, but the roaches and the rats are his pets. How about the rocks that you throw, man? Are those the training rocks for the roaches and the rats? The rocks you throw to get the viewers thinking there's a booga out there. Yeah, we know who Fiona and Shrek is. Who's the donkey? The daughter? The daughter of the donkey? Yeah, I think there were possums. But down there in the country, possums are like family pets. I've seen some videos where they have possums as pets, raccoons as pets, shit, rats as pets too. Yeah, I had a soldier, one of my soldiers. He lived in Florida. He said he lived in the swamps, and he would tell me about the gators, how he put them on a gator lock and all kinds of stuff. Yeah. Now we got his buddy brought his buddy Dogman, UK shorts. What's up, Dogman? You remember me? I remember you. You talk with that accent. You talk like with that accent from the UK. Yeah, I know who Dogman is. Dogman UK shorts. That's Michael's buddy. In the Kukui. Well, I don't know. I've been out here all night and I haven't seen no Kukui. You talking about the boogeyman? Michael, you got some issues, bro. You woke up the clan, man, so they could come in and assist you. They said they'd be barbecuing over there, man. You be barbecuing over there in OKC? Why you be barbecuing, man? You be throwing the possum on the grill? I know y'all be throwing the possums on the grill. Y'all eat that possum pie? Y'all do, don't you? That's why your sister wife pretty big, eating the possum stew. Or should I say the possum pie? Yeah, they be eating all that over there, man. I mean, I've eaten frog legs, shark, but I never mess with no possum, man. I never mess with no possum like Mike does. That's why I got the big belly. What do you eat possum over there for, man? Come on, Mike, talk to me. Tell us how you prepare possum for Thanksgiving. Come on, Michael. Talk to us, Michael. There he is. He said I've started doing our what the fuck? Oh man. La Chicharras song passes in their Abina. Uh, they'll be eating possum, fried possum for the Oklahoma Sooner football games. Yeah, we was talking about spiritual stuff and stories, and Michael decided to invite I should say to join us with his undivided attention with his new profile named Lesbian Jesus. And that's his sister with poking fun at subjects, hate preachers. How you doing, Fiona? hey, hey, Michael. Uh, you know your the roaches that you got there, man. I know how you can get rid of them. You can make them into chocolate roaches. You can sell them for £1. Make them into chocolate roaches. There's other countries that eat chocolate roaches, and maybe that'll be a thought, man. You can make some money like that. Start your own business making chocolate roaches. Pedro, it's you can you can put Pedro the Roach face on the box. Uh, you said you can put them on eBay. You can go to your local market and sell them there. You make some money, man. Yeah, chocolate cockroach. I'm just trying to give you a business idea, man. Oh yeah, you can make some possum jerky, bro. Possum jerky, rat jerky. Smoky Greenie. That's another family member. from or is his buddy, one of his buddies. Is it Larry? Larry the fish? There you go. I know you've been training them, man. You got to train your roaches to clean your house and go go wash your car. Yeah, he brought the whole gang. Wake up, Ma. Wake up, Paul. Y'all wake up. Let's go mess with Abe Science. He's talking shit about me. Which profile should I use? Should I use the Pedro profile? I bet you they did. I mean, shit, it's about time you put in the work, man. You talk about they washed your truck yesterday. 'Cause that's what you got, right? Your truck. Not only you traded your truck for a car. Man, I bet you have a lot of viewers, man. If you were dressed up like a roach and do your channel with dressed up as a roach, you have all kind of viewers. Imagine that. Dress up as a roach and do a show with a roach as a roach in a roach costume. You can call it the roach show. You could give the roach a name. I mean, since you got so many fake profiles, what would be a good name for the roach? Captain Crunch. What the? Oh my god. That's funny. You see, man, you're not that bad of a guy, man. At least you're admitting who you are, man. Oh my god. Hey, you can file for food stamps and put all the roaches on there. Give them a name so you can get more food stamps. Michael. If somebody says that bro is gay, what's this? Is it what gender is this? I don't know. I see somebody there looking at me kind of weird. Probably a fake profile. You don't have to change your name, man. I already know who you are. I've been knowing. I just think it's funny, man. I mean honestly, if you were to joke around a little bit more than with be yourself, man. I'm more sure you got a little bit of sense of humor in you instead of being all uptight, messing with people. A little bit of comedy won't hurt anybody. How you doing? How you doing? La migra, la migra. Oh shit, Smoky Greeny. He's Smoky Greeny said, "Is he telling a joke or talking about his living condition?" Yeah. You got somebody named Mongo. Now he changed his profile to somebody else. You got the whole clan out here tonight, early in the morning. Now we changed to lesbian Moses. It's funny though. Good entertainment out of your expense there, Trek. Where's the donkey at? I think the donkey was Smokey Greeny and Akira. That must be the donkey. And he'll be James Bond. I'm just here laughing at y'all, at the haters. It's funny as hell. Thank you for your undivided attention. Yeah, I think the donkey is the girl, because we know Mike is Trek. The sister wife is Fiona, so the donkey got to be the girl. So you got the whole clan coming out. Is it your friends that were smoking the meth with you, Michael? We got Mongo the meth head, Smokey Greeny the meth head. You're all high as a kite, ain't y'all? Probably got no teeth. Smoking all that crack, all that meth. Y'all toothless, ain't y'all? Y'all toothless? Yeah, that's what I figure. Y'all toothless. Got all them rotten teeth from smoking that meth. So Michael is your supplier because he gets the donations and then y'all just gather up Friday evening, Saturday evening, and get high as a kite. Michael, how come you're not giving the money to your son, man, and to his mother? You should give the money to you should give the money to Hunter, man, to his mom. She's the one taking care of him. Show me your teeth, James Pike. I bet you that you got no teeth from all that meth you be smoking. Yeah, freaking meth heads. God dang it! I knew it, Michael. That was your problem. I could see it. See it on your smile. See it on your teeth. Pinche gringo meth heads. They're all podridos, man. They're all rotten. He's he's not talking with his teeth, with his mouth. He's talking with his gums because he's probably needs a root canal after smoking all the damn meth. Right, James? Is James a truck driver? El troquero de Harlinchon, Texas? uh, Smoky Cream probably got hit by the rock that Michael threw the other day. It hit him in the teeth. He was trying to make the noise, trying to move the branches. He threw the rock and popped him in the teeth. Hey! Little meth heads. I'm just playing around right now. I already said what I had to say. I'm just speaking because he keeps on coming in my live feed. So, I'm just speaking directly to him that how ridiculous him and his little clan are. Your son is being well taken care of by his mother. Thank you for subscribing. Smoky Greeny. Smoky Greeny teeth. Smoky Greeny teeth. How you doing? Hey, can you do a little dance for me, Smoky Greeny teeth? Maybe I'll send you a little donation to your PayPal. Do a little dance for me, but you got to dance for me. You got to dance for me in order to get the little rock, man. Smile, Smokey. You can't smile because you got no teeth. Rotten teeth. Damn. Ugh. I don't smoke. I don't drink. But anyways, that's what he says is broccoli, but it's not broccoli. It's the freaking cucarachos. He's got roaches in his mouth. The roaches live in his mouth, man. He don't even know they're there. He got no feeling on his teeth because they're all rotten. Smoky green. Smoky hallucinating over there. Get off the pipe, Smoky. Get off the pipe, Smoky. But anyways, it was nice chit chatting with y'all guys. But I'm gonna have to call it a night. All I gotta say is this: once that high runs out, are you gonna be asking for donations early in the morning? Since y'all wasted all the money, are you gonna be asking for donations early in the morning from your subscribers? What smoke, man? What are y'all talking about? I know how all these people are that are here right now. Y'all mad? Y'all mad? Y'all mad, right? Y'all mad because I figured it all out? That's why y'all mad? Y'all mad, ain't you? That's what happens when uh, crackhead and meth heads hang together. Michael probably promised him something. So let's go after Abe. After we go after him, we're gonna get high on the last piece of rock that I have. Hey, you're high as a kite right now, man. You're high as a kite. Send it to AI. He'll probably accept it real quick. He'll accept it real quick on AI. He needs that for. He needs that. He says it's for Hunter, but it's not for Hunter. It's for his to get high. One day we'll meet. Oklahoma's not that far away from where I live. And we'll see what Michael and his fake profiles are about. One day we'll meet. All the trolls are out. Okay. 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 Yeah, Dogman, Dogman, I heard you talking crap about me last time. I'll beat your ass, bro. Bottom line, I'll whoop that ass real quick. You ain't about shit. You want to meet me? Meet me, and I'll show you. I'll show you what I'm about. I'll whoop that ass. I'll whoop your UK ass real quick. I'll whoop that ass straight up. You can represent the UK, and I'll represent the United States of America. I'll whoop that ass real quick. What's up? Just me and you. Nobody else. You're not saying nothing now? You're crying? UK man? You crying? Come on, man. What's up? Let's meet up. Why, you going to fly from the UK over here? So I can whoop that ass? Come on. You say you want to do something? Come visit me in the United States. Just make sure that you have a will. I don't think you'll be making it back to the UK. That's a promise. Well, bring your ass, and we're going to find out what you're about. Bring your ass. I'll just treat you like the enemy I faced in Operation Desert Storm. Just another casualty. Bring your ass, UK. I hear how you talk, man. You talk like a freaking wuss, man. Just by your voice, I just wanna whoop your ass just for the hell of it. Well, bring your ass then. Bring your ass then. Bring your ass. Bring your ass. We'll see what you're about. You ain't about shit. I'm telling you right now, you ain't about shit. I'm gonna get you hyped up. You ain't about shit. Your parents ain't about shit. Your grandma, grandfather, anybody in your blind ain't about shit. Now that I disrespected your bloodline, come get some. Come get some. Come get some. There you go. Come get some. Come get some. Stop hiding behind fake profiles. Come get some. You say you're from the UK, come get some. I'll whoop that ass real quick. Bunch of wussies. You got your sister wife, your daughter wife, your 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 overseas buddy with a fake profile saying you want to do something. Come and dance. Come and dance with me, man. Let's see what you're about. Doesn't matter who. Out of all of y'all. If y'all want to line up, I hope all of y'all. No problem. Real quick. Yeah, you see how Dogman backed up real quick. Gonna man at all. You got no cojones. Just like everybody else that's affiliated with that loser. No cojones. OKC losers. So I got a question. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, since I see that the whole family's here. Uh, I'm happy Hunter is with his mother. I really am. She's taking care of him. That's where he belongs. And I hope and I will pray to God that she gets full custody out of him, because I see what y'all about, and doesn't need to be in an environment but people can't even be themselves, where they're coming in with fake ass profiles. So I'm glad Hunter is with his mom and that he got taken away from y'all. I really am. Ooh, cat face into what? Cat face something. I guess the cat is calling out UK. Are you calling out UK cat? Katy, Texas. Don't tell me you're a loser too. Katy, Texas. You live near Oklahoma. I think I know who you are. I already got in your address already, but that's not your real address. I mean, all this fake profiles that are popping up. The fake profile UK can't even man up. I know Michael can't man up because I done challenged him a long time ago, and he didn't have the testicle fortitude to defend himself. So now we got all these other losers with fake profiles. Whenever I finish the video, y'all can see where I live at. UK. Say you wanted to man up. Hey, you want to man up? What's up? How come y'all keep on changing your profiles, man? Y'all, y'all some losers, man. Can't even can't even talk for yourselves. You have to talk through a fake profile. Ooh wee. All these fake profiles that I'm seeing here from all these losers. You got all the gang out, Michael, all your trolls. You must have had a meth party, man. For all these trolls to be here, you must have been coming out of a meth party. They got to defend because they want to get high later on. So they got to come to your aid. Yeah, a bunch of losers. Yeah, Michael, we'll meet soon. Just don't be surprised. Don't be surprised because when we meet, I won't catch your ass off guard. You ain't gonna know what happened. I'm gonna do a military style, man. I warned you a long time ago. So yeah, you're 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 bent out of shape. You're a big target. Too easy, man. Too easy. We'll see. You're gonna be ready, Michael. We'll see. All in due time, buddy. All in due time. I hope you have eyes all around you, man. All in due time. Yeah, they were having a meth party, and Michael's a chicken shit. Michael's a chicken shit that he can defend himself with his own real profiles. He comes with all his fake profiles and his buddies, all his crackheads, meth buddies. But yeah, Michael, all in due time. We're going to see what you're about. All in due time. Michael's fine with it. Michael, a hunter's fine with his mother. He's fine with his mother. All in due time, Michael. I'm just going to teach you a lesson in life that nobody's ever taught you. How come you don't pop up with your real profile? You talking about bringing Michael? Pop up with your real profile. Be a man. At least I'm addressing you. I've been dressing you all night as Michael. I got everything for your whole clan or your familia, for your clan. I'm glad Hunter is with his mother. That's why you're getting mad because he's not with you, or are you lying about that too? Yeah, I'm glad he's with his mother. If I could adopt him, I would adopt him, man, and I would raise him as my own son. I'll do a way better job than you. I mean, shit, you lost your own son, bro. That's why you're afraid. You're afraid to be a father. That's why your son is not with you, man. You let him down. When you go to sleep, do you feel guilty letting him down? That you let your son down? You let him down, right? That's why you're mad. You got all your little homegirls here talking for you because you can talk with your regular profile. A bunch of losers. All the freaking guys in Oklahoma, pussies. That's what it seems like to me. That they're all pussies. Got no teeth. What are the girls from Oklahoma seeing this guys? Bunch of losers. No teeth because they're smoking the meth, the crack. Maybe they're doing the same things. I would assume. Bunch of losers. Bunch of meth heads from Oklahoma. Where y'all living out in the country? Ah, there's the other one, Teresa. Yeah. And are you part of the crackhead clan, Teresa? They're trolling me, Teresa. They're crackheads. They're affiliated with the beggar Michael, Stephen Michael. That's who they're affiliated with. Bunch of losers. Uh, he's gonna have the award for Deadbeat Dad of the Year. What do they hit you up with the child support, man? Wait till they hit you with that child support. Either you're gonna pay or you're gonna go to jail. One of the two. Yeah, because the Michael guy, he's a pussy. Just like all his fake accounts that he's using right now, and the people that are with him, bunch of pussies. Talking about they got weapons, they're gonna do this, they're gonna do that. They ain't gonna do shit. I want to see one of these fools come over here where I live in Temple, Texas, try to do something. They ain't gonna do shit. Yeah, they're all on crack. I want to see one of y'all come over here to Texas, try to do something. You won't make it back to OKC. Believe that. Yeah, all these freaking losers come and try to bombard my lobby, talking all this smack. They're going to do this or that, and once it comes to man up, they don't want to do nothing. Typical meth heads from Oklahoma. I bet you come over here, I give you 20, you leave back to Oklahoma just to get a high. That's what you're all about. Yeah, Michael, I'll see you soon, man. You'll see. You think I stand alone? Do y'all think I stand alone? Do you want to meet the Brotherhood? I know your address. Do you want to meet the Brotherhood? Is that it? You want to meet the Brotherhood? Say, I don't stand alone. I could have done reached you a long time ago. But I forgive you. I forgive you daily. You're not worth my time, man. You're the one that's struggling, begging for money, begging for money. Don't got your kid. You're the one that's suffering, not me, man. My brother in arms, idiot. Like I said, I don't stand alone. Jeff Blankenship. Hiding behind a fake account. Yeah, that's Michael. Stephen Michael. Uh, Deadbeat dad. Bum. Came from, don't have a job. Deadbeat dad. Deadbeat dad, Michael. That's why your son is not with you. I'm glad he's with his mother. That's what I pray for your son to be with his mother. And my prayers were answered. And then you're there begging for money when you're not even taking care of your son. Ridiculous. What a deadbeat dad. Yeah, I know you hate your son. Because you loved him, he will still be with you. You hate your son because he done put the finger on your ass that you're a deadbeat dad. And the things you've done, that's what you hate your son. I wouldn't be surprised you land in fucking jail. Because you're a deadbeat dad. Everything's gonna catch up to you, Michael. You watch and see. You watch and see. Everything's gonna catch up to you. Keep on doing what you do. Everything's gonna catch up to you. You're a deadbeat dad. You haven't paid child support. All that gonna catch up to you. Yeah, he hates his son because his son is with his mom. He doesn't want to go back to him, and he's done said bad things. He's done said the truth about him, and that's why he hates his son. So when he's using Hunter as an excuse that we want Hunter back home, he said it right there. He hates his son because he's using him as a clutch. Instead of giving the money to his mother, to the mother that's raising him, he's wasting it on himself. He's a freaking deadbeat dad, a bum. You are Michael, a deadbeat dad. So I'm just, it's like this. You're a deadbeat dad, man. A bum. A bum. Yeah, that's what he does. When I go on my lives, he comes in and interrupts. There's only one time that he used his real profile, uh, and I spoke to him in truth. He didn't like that, so now every night that I've been doing a live feed, he comes with his fake profile, with a fake profile, and and he's got a lot of fake profiles. Yes, you're a deadbeat dad, man. God honest truth. Because if you wasn't, your son would be with you right now. That's why you beg for money on your show. But you said to yourself you hate your son. So how can you be talking about bring Hunter home, but you say you hate your son? That's freaking a deadbeat dad, a coward, a piece of crap. That a piece of crap that you say you hate your freaking son. Your own blood. That's that's the con artist that I'm telling you about. He's trying to play people. He really don't love his son. He just cares about himself. That's it. About whatever comes, whatever people donate to him, that's what cares about. You heard it say himself that he hates his son. Oh, so now people saying that's not his blood. His wife shitted on him. Yeah, okay. Well, if that's true, then why is he still bumming money off of people? Did he take a DNA test? A DNA test to prove is his son or not? At least the truth is being revealed here on Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. Of this deadbeat guy that says he hates his own son. What does it say in the Bible, Michael? When you hate your own blood, think about it. Deadbeat Michael. Yeah, the birds are happy over here in Texas. Bunch of losers. Hey, Michael, did your other friends, did the other methods fall asleep? Because they're not here no more. Did they fall asleep? Anyways, I want to say good night, adios, everybody that tuned in tonight. I always stay strong, Sister Teresa. Oh, now he's making fun of the Bible. He said he ran out of toilet paper. Was it the King James version you were talking about the other night? And he's just showing you two colors, man, for the viewers here. You see, Sister Teresa, I've been right all along about this guy. He's showing his true colors. They're all popping up again. But anyways, I want to say good night. God bless every single one of y'all. And I'll keep you in prayer, Michael. I'll keep you in prayer. Peace out, everybody. Thank you for interacting with me. Thank you for tuning in. Till next time. Peace.